Get them drive-by shooters out of my living room and off my couch. You know we expecting company.
Is that it? I gotta go.
Hell no, it ain't it.
Nobody can be you but you. Nobody can be you but you. Nobody can be you but you. Nobody can be you. Don't get too wrapped up in someone else's style. It'll change in a while. You gotta find what you're all about and know just who you are without a doubt. Everyone's a star, and you get to what's fine in time to take it far. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The whole world's a stage, and no one else can play a part. Ooh, that's why I say, yeah, yeah, yeah. Nobody can be you but you. Nobody can be you but you. Oh, nobody can be you but you. Nobody can be you. You better look out. They try to hold you down and make your ideas seem less than profound. You better look out. They try to make you seem you ain't got the move to make the groove and make it mean. You know it. You better look out. To make you feel like you ain't for real. You don't know the deal. You better look out. They're trying to change your mind, tell you you ain't mine, baby, and that ain't for real. Come on, baby. Look here. Nobody can be you but you. Nobody, no, no. Nobody can be you but you. All this negative got to go. Nobody can be you but you. Nobody can be you. You got to move your behind. If you're gonna catch up, you got to use your mind. If you wanna go to the top, baby, you gotta do what you do best. I don't mean maybe. Take your boots on the road. Make yourself stand up for what you got. Ooh, straight ahead. Don't let yourself get in your way. That's what I said. Yeah, yeah. Nobody can be you but you. Nobody can be you but you. Nobody can be you but you. It's true. Nobody can be you. You better look out. They're trying to stop your hold on your pot of gold.
Real Hip Hop Heads Radio Live. This is what it's all about. Real Hip Hop Heads Radio Live.
Before I started, I said, hit me. Who was kicking flavor and I brought somebody with me? Positive. The gentleman, the rapper, suave, blase, you know, dapper.
So hey, what do you say? I got the flow. If you don't know the time, then you better check the cycle. Atomics, I still flex, get bids on the co-sex. Put them in a line, then I ask who's next. Grand Poobah, guaranteed to make a big hit. Doing much damage on this two-man skit. Trying to hold me back won't harm me. And when the gear gets too small to the Salvation Army, so mommy, or me, the way I say no one's sweeter. You see, the style I kick is rugged. I shine like a nugget. Present tense mean you dig it. Past tense mean you dug it. So dance till I might turn my little doll. Rock me with vibration. Give me your deep meditation. There is no better than Grand Poobah. You see, the second time around, I hope the label don't flake. And if they do, I go to Drake and say, give me a break. Like Toyota say, I say, oh, what a feeling. I put the first of Lionel Richie. I couldn't dancing on my spirit. Pass me the mic, cause I want the blitz. I'm the best thing that came since grits. The prince of rap looking for Cinderella. If you see her, why don't you tell her? I got the shoe in the car out back, and if she makes the bitch, she's in like that. And as a matter of fact, I'm not an actor, but the main factor. Pinpointing his rhymes is like a protractor. I'm intricated, complicated, definitely musically related. Rhymes so fly, never been outdated. Got to be fly by the way I stated. Now of myself, I say I'm a big fan. Got more rhymes and words by the letter man. Positive K, you can say he's low key. You might know my name, but now look, you don't know me. I can be nice and flip like the son of Sam. Nobody knows exactly how I am. I'm the next, and everybody knows it. Open towards this year, next year I'ma close it. I've got the skills that pays the bills now. Here's a quote from Stephanie Mills. Don't put a rush on me, cause my tempo's slow. And if I don't tell you, then how would you know? Nobody can be you but you.
Real hip hop, real time. Only here on RealHipHopHeads.com. Conscious Radio.
Damn it, peace. Hold on. Can we get the mics hot? Your mic hot?
Yes,
Hot,
my mic's hot.
All right, then,
Too hot.
goddamn it.
Ooh.
Real Hip Hop Heads Conscious Radio here in your face. We had some technical difficulties today, but it's all good. We worked it out. My name is The Suicide. No, not the Suicide.
America's
America's Nightmare.
50,
Brother Peace.
5150. How about that?
I thought you were about to say my name is Bruh Man.
No,
From the 50.
From the fifth.
Hey.
No.
no, don't bring out the 5150. Leave that motherfucker in the grave. Leave that motherfucker buried. Leave him alone. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, but that's the young black Superman to my left and to my far left. They were so beautiful.
Sister.
Ambition. On the mic. Yeah, anyway. I'm
Wait. Are we having a fucking slow moment? I'm like, let's rewind. Let's do this again.
All right, retract.
Retract. Let's rewind.
rewind.
Yeah, rewind it. Let's we gotta wake the hell up.
Okay. We're gonna try this one more time.
Yeah.
Real hip hop, real talk. Only here on RealHipHopHeads.com. Conscious Radio.
You know those are white people clapping, right? They don't know when to shut the fuck up. Peace, what's good? This is Brother Peace. You are now tuned in to Real Hip Hop Heads Conscious Radio. Facebook, thank you for tuning in. Instagram and YouTube. We finally got all three of them. We had some problems today, but it's all good. Sister A, what's happening?
What's up?
Young Black Superman, what's going on, man?
I'm up and away.
See, he got his wig wrapped up. He's ready to roll.
Then
But,
we said remix.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, it started, man, look, we had just now, it was just jacked up in here just a few seconds ago, man. I'm kind of discombobulated over that. But anyway, that, would you say, MC8? Yeah, that new joint is tight. Yeah, that's real tight. I heard it. Hey, why don't you slide me a copy of that, man, so I ain't got to go out and search for it. Bro, Dingle. Yeah, you ain't know. Matter of fact, he got one on there with Lady of Rage too.
Oh, I got.
And she was coming with it. I was like, oh shit, check out Rage. Yeah,
Check that out.
yeah. MC8, he got a DJ Premier working a lot on that album.
Really?
Yeah. DJ Premier, what he started doing, he's like resurrecting a whole lot of the old heads. He's getting them cats in and just running an album off with him, and he's doing all the track mixing and all
Yeah, I
that.
know Nas and Lil Wayne's supposed to do something.
Oh
too.
God, never mind. Lil Wayne, no, Nas, all right. Lil Wayne, unless Wayne comes in and put the syrup down, bro.
Well, you know who he's with now, right?
Yeah.
Rock Records. So
Well,
Jay-Z ain't letting that shit slide. Like
you know, I hope not, because the dude actually can't flow. I hope
He
can flow. He can flow. He just started getting into that mumble that I call it slur rap, the slurp rap. He drinking that damn syrup and shit in a cup and all that.
Slurp rap. Yeah.
Yeah, the slurp rap. Yeah.
Slurp
'Cause, I mean,
King.
if you really listen to him, he's saying little cliches that go with the beat. He not even really going through a whole verse, and then the second verse and the third verse, he's just saying a lot of the time just whatever sounds good with that beat that he's rhyming over, and then he just does that until he gets to the hook, and then he goes back into that same bullshit.
Easy, baby.
Oh shit! sound like you've been smoking weeds out the backyard. Anyway, hey, all you cats out there with bad credit, Equifax, the CEO was allowed to retire. He stepped down, and they let that motherfucker retire. 143 million people's accounts got hacked at Equifax, and they let the damn CEO retire. So you guys better check that. All you people with bad credit, you might want to check and see just how much worse your credit got because somebody's got your information.
They be a damn fool to touch mine.
Black folks is talking about shit. Go take it, nigga. You about to get locked up. Go use mine. Yeah, use my shit. You getting locked up, G.
Matter of fact, give me a perfect score. Hack my shit.
Matter of fact, if you can get some shit off of mine, call me up and let me give you an order. All right? How about that shit?
Real.
Now, what about McDonald Chump? My man. Now I got some more stuff on the second half of the hour of the show, but this right here kind of I wish I could see him so I could slap the shit out of him. You were talking about the debt.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, well, this fool had made suggestions that the reason why Puerto Rico's in the trouble they're in now is because of their debt. And what did you say?
That he had borrowed some money from Puerto Rico for his golf course. I believe it was $3 million, and never paid it back.
33.
Was it 33?
33.
Oh, okay, $33 million, and he never paid it back. So yeah, they're still dealing with that. Of course, they're in debt.
Yeah, you.
And then they also said that I believe it was 2015. He had a file for bankruptcy. Real slick, like.
You see, that's how he gets over because he go in and borrow money. He borrows somebody else's money to build these elaborate hotels and casinos and such, and then opens them up. Yeah, they give jobs at minimum wage, and then he gets paid off of all the business that these businesses are doing. But then when they start to go belly up, before they go completely belly up, he'll file bankruptcy to protect the money he done made off of it, and he skirt the hell out, leaving folks with the damn bill.
Yep.
You know, because, I'm going to bring this into your town and it's going to create jobs and blah, blah, blah. Anybody, the mayors, the governors and shit, the senators, you coming into their state and you talking about bringing jobs to their state, building some stuff to where people that's going to employ people, they're all with that. Mm-hmm. But then when you pull that Donald Trump shit, you know, because it's Trump Towers and all that, it was like, oh, hell yeah. Yeah, let him, because he like to build that nice shit. Yeah. Let him build this shit. Hell yeah, okay. But then he ends up sticking him with the bill like he did Puerto Rico. Mm-hmm. And then he gonna turn around and try to throw him under the fucking bus. Pussy ass motherfucker.
Absolutely.
Now, if you guys aren't aware, well, I know we actually, you know what? We have health care. But the new health care bill, it failed again. They try to be slick, but again, the new health care bill, the Republicans try to get through, it failed. They were actually, Donald Trump was basically saying, just, it's not going to go. We already know the ones that are saying, no, we're not going to have the votes. So he was like, drop it. We'll figure something else out. But then the rest of them were like, hell no, at least let it go through. Dude, That might have been the best thing he said since he's been in office. Yo, dude, we already know who's saying no, and we already know we need this many votes,
Right.
and we're say 4 or 5 votes short. There's 6 or 7 of them over there saying no. So we're short. We already know. We've been talking behind the boards with these people, trying to offer them everything to get that yes, and they're like, no, we ain't doing it, because for one, they tried to be slick and said that what they wanted to do with the healthcare was this is the change. We want to give each state a budget,
Right.
okay, and for Medicare, for health benefits, and then they can in turn each state make up their mind and decide exactly how they're gonna do their healthcare insurance systems, which means they can charge whatever they want to charge. They can actually raise premiums. They can actually set the rules on pre-existing conditions, whether you can be treated for them, whether this hospital do it, that insurance don't cover that, so you got to pay out your pocket, or they get to set all these rules. And what that actually means is it's going right back to the way it was before, because that's how it was before. People pre-existing conditions,
Right.
a lot of health insurance coverages wouldn't cover that. They wouldn't let you get insurance. Oh, you're already sick. No, we're not going to cover you because you're already sick. We don't want to take on the financial burden that it's going to cost for us to take care of you medically. Or if you got some kind of disease, say you get the insurance, you got some kind of disease, you caught it, but you got insurance, you go to the doctor, hey man, what's going on? Oh, you have ventricular myopathy and your ass is falling out. Well, what are you going to do about it? Well, you got to go home and take these aspirin because we don't cover that.
Exactly.
Your coverage, your actual medical coverage, it doesn't cover that. You have to get this one up here. And of course, that means the premiums go through the fucking roof and shit now. They're basically trying to make it the same way as it was before. And people said, no, we're not doing that. Then they actually tried to explain the shit away, because not only are they want to do that, but they want to take a shitload of money out of the existing healthcare, the Obamacare. Okay. Take a bunch of stuff out like Medicaid and this, that, and other. That means a whole lot of, we're talking about millions of people will lose coverage altogether. Besides what they're trying to do with the let the states make up their own minds, individually make up their minds. They're going to pull money out, pull other programs out. Millions of people will end up without. I heard a congressman on the TV the other day. He said, "Well, that portion that you're talking about, that's going to be left without, that's only 7% of the people. Okay, so that's a small number." He said, "Now the rest of the people that have jobs, that have insurance on their job, or let's say insurance like we do, they're not going to be touched." My man was it Chris Como. He said, "Well, what about the 7% though?" Dude, that's still millions of people. In hindsight, if you said it's 7%, oh, it looks really, really small. Because that means 93% of people are covered. The other 7% is still millions of people. It's not maybe 100,000 or maybe 50,000. We're talking about millions still. She was like, "Well, that's still millions of people." Well, we'll deal with that. And, and he tried to talk his way out of that. Dude wouldn't let go. But you're talking about millions of people without health insurance. And then even some of the other people, like one of those programs, I think Medicaid and some other stuff cover drug abuse. And right now there's an epidemic. Opioid abuse is at epidemic levels right now in America. And under this proposition, they're talking about cutting out Medicaid. You can't you can't go into that rehab and get treated for your opioid abuse. And if you're in the military or was in the military, where a lot of that shit started, in the military, whatever's wrong with you, they just throw pills at your ass. Here, take these. Write that shit up. It'd be a big ass bottle too. Here, take these. Go ahead. You'll be all right. Let me know if you need some more. Damn, doc. Not even a Band-Aid? Just here, take these. Shit. You stay high. But yeah, that's what you guys, people doing it. When we come back, well, actually, at the top of the hour, we're gonna jump into Korea because I said racism unfolded. That's what's going on now because Trump with the NFL, he's really just outright proven that his ass is a fucking racist, straight up. Because he doesn't make sense with what he's talking about. But like I said before, distractions. Okay,
A whole lot of them.
a whole is he's doing because he's doing a lot of stuff behind people's backs. He's doing it's out there. People know about it, but then he pulls these antics like he pulled with the NFL, and people forget about all that because they on that because that's like a bunch of gossip almost. You know what I'm saying? It's drama. He keeps drama created so he can continue to do this bullshit behind our backs. But you guys stay tuned. We'll be back in a minute. Huh?
Yeah. Oh, oh, oh,
Is it a crime to want that old thing back? Can it be wrong to miss the way you used to kiss me? Back in the day, back to the way you used to love me. Now you got me ready to break the law again. 'Cause I made a vow to rock with you till the end. So tell me why lately you ain't been the same. 'Cause I remember when you said,
right from the door, second we talk, you caught me caught, gotta admit it now. Let's cut straight to the point. You know with me is where you belong. Now here we are, how did we grow so much apart, so far from the start?
let's cut straight to the point.
Baby, you know with me is where you belong.
Pretty brown eyes, you know I need you. I keep holding on, can't let go. Hold on, I keep holding on. After all your rejection, I don't wanna let go, but you should know. Hold on, pretty brown eyes.
So let's go, like you know where you belong. That's the hope, baby, you know with me is where you belong.
It's like 1 minute you're warm, and then the next you're so cold. Never know when you're coming or going. Hey,
Tell me why lately you ain't been the same. I still remember when you say yeah. Like we talk, you got me caught, gotta admit it now. Let's get straight to the point. You know with me is where you belong. Now here we are, how did we grow so much apart, so far from the start?
let's get straight to the point.
Baby, you know with me is where you belong.
Pretty brown eyes, you know I need you. I keep holding on, can't let go. Hold on, I keep holding on. After all your rejection, I don't wanna let go. You should know. Hold on, pretty brown eyes. To be the one to tell you everything. 'Cause I'm spending all my time to give you just a chance. Say you're in love, but if this is love, what can I do to make you feel better? What about the feeling that there's someone on the side? Lately you've been acting like you got so much to hide. 'Cause I know that lately you ain't been the same. And so I gotta let you know that. Pretty brown eyes, you know I need you. I need you. Can't let go. Hold on. I keep holding on. After all your rejection, I don't wanna let go. But you should know. Hold on. Pretty brown eyes. Move forever and ever and ever.
It's about to go down.
Yes, so down.
With Sister Ambition.
I need your undivided attention.
all of it. All of your attention. Anyway, I just want to say real quick. This weekend we went to Baby D's. Well, yeah, of course we had to represent Baby D's Sweet 16 birthday.
Her soiree.
Yeah, at Sky Zone. And that is not for old people. I will never jump on another damn trampoline again. I had a headache. But I had a good time. It was fun. It was fun. This one, if you didn't see our video on Instagram or YouTube, no, actually I didn't post on YouTube, Instagram or Facebook. He's a show off.
Thought they was gonna have Brother Piece of the jumping. Bullshit.
Yeah, that's not for old
He
people.
said you got the senior citizen one where we just sit down on a trampoline.
He didn't go up to the trampoline.
I like that trampoline Josh guy.
So that was pretty comical, but we had a good time with the kids. But Sky Zone is not for old people. But they did have a DJ. The music was bumping. The food was nasty, but it's all good. She had fun. That's all that mattered.
The DJ needs to learn how to mix, but
true that. But I mean, you know, oh no, it was
songs.
Yeah, he had good songs. So on that note, since they with social media madness, we're gonna get on Mr. Floyd Mayweather. This ignorant ass. You know, we heard about, of course, Mr. Donald Trump's grabbing by the you know what, and that was his you know, yeah, grabbing by the P.
Grab by the PP.
So, you know, Floyd pretty much jumped on the bandwagon. He said he's a real man for saying them comments.
Wow.
You know, yeah.
Oh, he's a wife beater, so.
But he's a real man for saying that. But dog, there's a forum for that shit.
Yeah, the whole thing is he said people don't like the truth. He spoke like a real man spoke. Real men speak like that. Men, she had a fat ass. You see her ass. I had to squeeze her ass. I had to grab that fat ass right. So he's talking locker room talk. This is what Mayweather's saying. I'm the man. You know what I'm saying. You know who I am. Yeah, I grabbed her by the P. And, you know, so he's saying, you know, he spoke like a real man. He felt, you know, we don't like the truth. That, you know, that's locker room talk. So, you know,
right?
yeah,
Right?
exactly. So, of course, you know, Mayweather and Trump have a lot of acquaintances after that undefeated fight he had. And then he visited the election actually visited in the inauguration in 2000, what was it, 16?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sister, let's go on with your show.
Attention, please. Hot off the press. The latest FSN alert.
Yeah.
You heard it at Real Hip Hop Heads Radio Live.
For y'all that don't know what FSN is, that means a funny style nigga.
Yeah.
Mayweather just made the list.
Yeah, he did. So, you know, they're at least acquaintances. That's what they're saying after his undefeated boxing champion. And then, you know, Trump was at the Pacquiao fight when he fought Pacquiao. So, you know, Mayweather's claiming that he did go to the inauguration because he wanted to do it one time in his life. And it didn't matter who the president was. I just wanted to go to be part of it to see how it is. Obviously, it did matter because why was it Trump all of a sudden? But, you know, they're buddy. They're a little chummy. They got several photos together, you know. It is what it is.
You know what? Man, you know, like I said, that war that we were talking about earlier is imminent.
Mm-hmm.
And right about now, what you're seeing is those, you have people on one side, you have people on the other side, then you got that wall in the middle. Okay.
Yeah.
And on that wall, you have the coons, the spoons, and the bed winches. Okay. And they're struggling, trying to figure out what side they're gonna jump on. They folks or them folks. And Mayweather just jumped on that side of the wall with them folks.
But you know what? I never did like him because I didn't know nothing about the woman beating thing, but he just seems so disrespectful to women anyway. So I wouldn't, you know, that don't surprise me at all. He's an idiot. He's too cocky for me. I just don't.
Yeah, he does let his mouth get away from him at times.
Yeah, he does.
And I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. You're selling tickets. You're doing whatever. And you know what? You can do that shit all you want, but now you're stepping outside of your lane because you really have no clue as to fucking what you're saying and the magnitude of what you're saying. Okay.
That's what's kind of getting me because you know him and Ti have beef,
Yeah.
and you know Ti is very anti-Trump.
Over Smokey?
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here.
so you
They
know
fighting
him-
over Smokey Robinson.
but Mayweather throws a lot of cheap shots.
He throws a lot
of
shit.
cheap shots at
Yeah,
him.
like he can't
So
be
this
touched.
kind of seems like Ti just Ti he posts a lot about Trump,
Yeah, he does.
and it seems like out of nowhere the Mayweather just says this. I feel like it's more of him being petty.
Well, he's been doing this. I mean, you figure the Pacquiao, the inaugurate, all this. Yeah, and he could be being petty, but at the end of the day, that's the wrong motherfucker to be petty with.
Tell you what,
So Trump's claiming, they're friends.
he seems to think that nobody he can't be gotten. He seems to think just because he can box, he still can't get his ass whooped.
And that's exactly what
He
it
still
is.
thinks
Gloves
that
don't stop a bullet.
he thinks that the goons won't come out and get that ass. And all this little bickering and shit, dude. We're way past the petty bickering. Okay, this is some serious shit that's going on now between black and whites in America.
And my whole thing is, I'm pretty sure, I believe you have daughters. So if that's some cool shit,
What would you think if you're
exactly.
one of your daughter's boyfriends talking about grabbing your daughter's pee on camera? He just have locker room talk, whatever. It's no big deal, but it's one of your daughters he's talking about.
I wonder
or
if
he's
he
referring
would even
to.
give a shit. I mean, the way he speaks about he's just so ignorant. But anyway,
FSN.
yeah, definitely. 31-year-old man was stabbed 5 times in the chest and once in the back of his head at home in Cleveland early Tuesday morning because his girlfriend caught him on top of her 12-year-old daughter.
Oh shit!
Yeah. And she grabbed that knife and attacked his ass.
Should
And
have
she
grabbed
should
the
have.
pistol.
Yeah, well,
You
she
should've
was
put them hot
charged.
ones
Well,
in
he was charged with rape and gross sexual imposition. And the girlfriend, actually, she didn't get any charges filed on her, which she shouldn't have.
Because she actually caught him in the act and she saved her daughter from him.
Yeah,
That's
well,
why.
he told the girlfriend that her daughter had feelings for him. First of all, fool, you are still 31 damn years old. Apparently this was not the first time, and
Damn.
yeah. So again, I stress to my sisters or any woman who allows men to come in their house and you guys just want to be up under man so bad that you choose not to see the signs of motherfuckers checking out your kids or something's different about your child, or you leaving your kids with somebody you hardly know. And I mean, it's just, come on now, you guys got to do better than that. I'm sorry, I just couldn't. I couldn't. If it ain't her dad, then it's not gonna be fucking nobody else. I'm sorry. It's just the bottom line. And if you choose to date, then you might want to be a little more cautious about who you're dating.
Better vet them like you the CIA.
Thank you.
I mean, they got to go through a rigorous examination before they are allowed to come in that damn house around your children. You want to get your freak on? That's cool. Go to his motherfucking crib.
Thank you.
If he ain't got a crib, go to a hotel. Go in the back of the car. And at that point, you already know he don't need to be around my kids.
Mm-mm. That is it. Like I said, this red flags all day long. Come on now.
Shit.
But some motherfuckers just want to be up on their man and they don't care.
Ooh. Bed
Like you
witches.
said, yeah.
Hood rats,
Possums.
possums,
Raccoons.
bed witches, and raccoons. God damn. Sorry ass punks. Punk ass, fake ass.
And then I mean,
niggas.
as a real man too, you probably, well, you got a daughter, maybe we should just, chill somewhere else at a neutral place or whatever. Like you said, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Until it's serious.
Yeah. You're not
know.
even trying to push the issue. You're actually letting this woman know that you do have some common sense. Okay. You have been raised right. Like, oh, you got children. Okay, that's cool. Well, hey, we'll just go out to dinner. And guess what? We'll get done with dinner. We can go back to my place, what I'm saying, and have a couple drinks and just whatever. Kick it, and then, okay, I'll take you home, whatever. But we ain't got to go to your house yet. I need me and you to get to know each other first.
So I get it. Some of these little girls are fast or whatever, but still, you're
Nah,
a
G.
31-year-old man.
Nah, G.
That's a 12-year-old daughter. She had feelings for you. So you say, I don't know. But the bottom line is, you know better. So you should have stepped to her mama and let her know what the hell was going on.
You know what?
with that.
He was any dude that talks that bullshit, because the girl, because you know, at that age, be honest now, at that age, girls, boys alike, they start having crushes and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, if you notice this girl's got a little crush on you, that still don't give you the right to act on it. You shouldn't be feeling no kind of feelings about it. What your ass need to be doing is say, hey, check it out. I think she got a crush. You know what I'm saying? I know sometimes it's hard to say it to a woman or a father, period, because they don't want to hear about their kid. The first thing they want to do is look at you like, what? Nigga, what you do? You're like, no, dude, I'm just trying to be honest with you. Hey, I'm just trying to back up. I don't want no problems.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can sit her down and talk to her. Maybe you can sit her down and talk to her or talk to him or whatever the case may be.
But this fool, she called him smooth, butt naked on top of her daughter.
Shit.
And then the little girl told the police also that he's been, pulled down his pants before. And, it's so damn disturbing to me.
Couldn't have been me.
Couldn't have been me neither. Me
Homie.
neither.
Man, I'd have snatched his motherfucking wig off. And then
She did, because she stabbed shit
no,
out
that
of his
wasn't
ass.
good enough. That bitch is still breathing.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, wait.
6 feet under, butt ass naked.
I'm trying to tell you.
In pieces.
There's an investigation going on. There was some bananas left on the doors of 2 dorm rooms of black students at Temple University.
No, not a Temple.
Yeah, Temple.
Not a Temple. And there Mr. Huxtable went.
No, he went to what is it? Hillman.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about for real.
Oh, for real. Oh, I thought you.
Ain't that where
Temple
Mr. Cosby?
University? He probably might.
Didn't he go to
I think
Temple?
so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So, there were several black students at Temple University who became targets of bias-related incidents on 2 occasions. So, one occasion, someone left bananas on the door handles of 2 different rooms in the same dorm. So, after the second report, the police teamed up with the university house and residential life department to investigate. They believe they had found the person responsible. So, they both took place last week, and the second week later, it did it again. So they did it on 2 separate occasions. So one of the students, she actually took a picture of it and posted on Twitter so everybody could see what type of foolery goes on in Temple, because it's predominantly white school. It's not, she said there's only a few black students up in there, especially in that particular dorm too. So she took a picture, posted it on Twitter, and she says, I go to Temple. My roommates come back from grocery store and see this. We're the only black girls on the floor. So she basically said, I just want to be aware of the stuff that does happen, especially when you're a minority on a predominantly white institution. And she said, if I wasn't strong, if I cared about what people thought, I would have become bigger than it now. So she basically said, I ain't going nowhere. I'm not transferring just because you did it. She's standing her ground, and I don't blame her. You do that.
Get you a stun gun, okay? Get you a stun gun, put it in your purse, backpack, whatever you have, put on your hip if you got to. Just don't let them know you got it, okay? And don't even pay attention to that shit. Because sooner or later, they're going to get pissed because you're not actually reacting to the bananas and the tailpipe trick.
We're not going to go for the
so
banana.
Somebody's going to get bold enough to try to catch you walking across the campus when they think it's dark, and shit like that. And then you can light their ass up. If that way you can light them up and find out exactly who's doing what.
So she said that, nobody has never been disrespectful to them before or whatever. So she didn't know what motivated, this incident. And she said they've been genuinely nice on the floor. It could have been out of pure ignorance. Obviously you have a person of interest. So whoever did it, I guess you need to be asking them. And then when you find out what they ask, that's some bullshit. But
well, you know how that goes. You go to work and you go to work with white folks and you never know. The bunch of them in there racist. They smile in your face every day.
Backstabber.
Yeah, I mean, it's just what it is. I mean, the gloves are off now.
Mm-hmm.
The orange man up top didn't open the gates. Shit, he done gave him the green light. So now, you're getting all this bullshit. Matter of fact, somebody's yard for Halloween already. They had a noose. I thought it was just the noose hanging, but they actually had a black stuffed dummy hanging from the tree.
The house they just rebuilt
over there.
Yeah, they had that.
Yeah, I'm talking about now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got it wasn't just the noose itself. It's in the article. It said the noose, but I saw the picture and it actually closed with the black person in there, hanging from a tree in the yard.
All right.
So
Then.
said
So
it was
if
a
we did
decoration
that,
for
I
Halloween.
wonder how much trouble we'd be in.
We'd be called racist. They're calling it decorations for Halloween.
Why I gotta be black?
We'd be motherfucker. It's just decorations. Hang a white boy. Shit. Matter of fact,
why are you hanging people? Period. What
Go
kind
ahead.
of decoration is it?
Hang a scary person or something.
hang yourself.
That is there.
Matter of fact, just hang it. And we'll be perfect.
You know what? I got the perfect song for this shit right after you said that AMQ.
And that's what I'm about to
It'll piss
do.
me the fuck off.
For all you that watch The Fresh Prince, if you could bring back the show The Fresh Prince, but you had to add 2 new characters to play Will and Jazzy Jeff, what rapper and what DJ would you use to replace the original 2?
It has to be a rapper. Can it be an actor?
You can do what you
Comedian?
want.
Okay.
That's what I said. But I mean, I got Meth and Redman, Senor Dingo. I can see that. T.I. and Young Dro, Andre 3000 and Big Boy. I put DJ Velocity and Conscious because I can see Conscious.
Think alike.
Yeah, I can see Conscious being Will. That I can. Wiz Khalifa and Brother Peace. That's DJ Velocity,
Oh,
Kanye
shit.
West and James and shit. See what I'm saying? That'd be Mr. Dingo. And if there was any on
Jim saying
Instagram,
shit.
I didn't get a chance to get those. But yeah. Me and you had the same one? Oh, okay.
But
Twins.
If I was gonna do that, I can go Be Life and Brother Peace.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I can
shit.
see
I got
that. Which one's Will and which one's Jazzy?
That's Jazzy.
I
Be
got
Life like, hey girl.
I got Bobcat, and that's DJ for Cool J.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Michael Blackson.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And on that note, until Thursday, peace.
Yet our
Sister
best
A.
trained, best educated, best equipped, best prepared troops refuse to fight. Matter of fact, it's safe to say that they would rather switch than fight.
The number, another summer. Sound of the funky drummer. Music hit your heart, cause I know you got soul. Hey, listen if you're missing, y'all. Swinging while I'm singing. Hey, giving what you're getting. Knowing what I knowin'. While the black band sweating. In the rhythm I'm rolling. Got to give us what we want. Gotta give us what we need. Hey, our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power. 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 We got to fight the powers that be. As the rhythm's designed to bounce with houses that rise, designed to fill your mind now that you realize the prize arrives. We got to pump the stuff to make it right. From the artist to start a work of art to revolutionize, make a change, something strange. People, we are the same. No, we're not the same, cause we don't know the game. What we need is awareness. We can't get careless. You say, what is this? My beloved, let's get down to business. Mental self-defense of fitness. Don't rush the show. You got to go for what you know. To make everybody see. In order to fight the powers that be. Fight the power. 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 We got to fight the powers that be.
hero to most, but he never meant to me. If he's straight out racist, the sucker was simple and plain. Motherfucking ninja brain. Cause I'm black and I'm proud. I'm ready, I'm hyped, cause I'm amped. Most of my heroes don't appear in no stamp. Sample look back, you look and find nothing but rednecks for 400 years if you check. Don't worry, the app was the #1 jam. Damn, if I said you could slap me right here. Get it? Let's get this party started right. Right on. Come on. What we got to say? Power to the people, no delay. Make everybody see. In order to fight the powers that be. Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power. We've got to fight the powers that be. What we got to say? Fight the power. What we got to say? Fight the power. Come on. What we got to say? Fight the power. What we got to say? Fight the power. Come on. Yo,
I
check
need
this
your
out, man.
attention.
We need your attention.
Attention.
Because it's the moment you've been waiting for.
The best moment of my life.
It's the Black Superman.
That's what I need.
Fight the power. Hey,
Damn straight.
I need your attention.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it.
Yeah, I need your attention.
Yeah.
You got all my attention. That's
Yeah.
a damn problem.
We're sitting in here with you,
All right, we're gonna do these birthdays.
sweating
real
like
quick.
Hebrews.
This goes with your A and Q. Will Smith,
51.
Yeah.
49.
Close.
You know what? Yeah. I remember when they came out. Yeah, that sounds right.
T.I.
46.
42. I don't think
46.
I don't think he's that old. Yeah.
He's 37.
Oh, I started saying
man.
35. I'm like, wait a minute. I
I
remember
know
him
he
from
went
back,
down.
from ways back a little bit.
Donald Glover. Childish Gambino.
Huh?
Childish Gambino.
Oh, that's his name, Donald Glover.
Mhm.
He looks old.
22.
30.
34.
Oh, shit, I couldn't tell you.
He was before Chance the Rapper came out on the independent thing. It was
Oh.
him,
Okay.
but he signed to a label. So
Mm,
Scottie Pippen.
60. No, so I'm just playing.
53.
4.
52. Serena Williams.
38. No, 40. 38. 38.
35.
36.
Yeah, I was gonna say she ain't that old.
Cardi B. She
Don't give a damn.
well,
Who
this
was
is
that?
kind-
I know who
She's a
Cardi B is.
rapper
I know who she is.
/ reality TV.
Ah,
But the
Love and
reason why,
hip-hop.
the reason why I brought it up because she's the first female rapper in 2 decades to hit the #1. Be ranked #1 in
I
the
thought it was
charts.
her and El Boogie.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
The last person to do it was Lauryn Hill.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
what does her music sound like?
It's trap music.
So some bullshit.
Yeah, but it's her.
She got big real quick with
Yeah.
that one song.
She's only 22 years old.
Yeah, she
But
got.
look, look, when you got the right publicist and these motherfuckers putting money into that shit and throwing your shit on the fucking radio, paying these DJs to play that shit on the fucking radio on rotation, putting it out there, putting all this shit out there on them. They got the videos, pushing it out there with the snazzy beat and the fly hook. Yeah.
She seemed like she's the only one that really came out with some music. I ain't really seen none of them
She
that are
flows?
supposed to be.
Or
She can rap, but the song it's called Bodak Yellow. Bodak being for Bloods. I like the song more because of the beat. I freestyle to that beat a lot by myself. Just the beat.
So like I said, the beat and the hook.
Yeah.
And they put in and it's a female.
And that's what
They
it
make
is.
a half-ass
The-
dress.
The females love that song. Like if you
I've
played in
never
a,
heard it.
if you played in the club the dudes, you'll see the dude just sitting there, and all the females all in the dude's face, and it's one of those type of songs.
Stripper music.
Yeah, basically. They didn't think she was gonna pass Taylor Swift.
I'm glad she
that's
did
what
because I'm
happened. She
sick of her.
passed
I
Taylor
don't
Swift.
like that motherfucker. dude.
Not at all.
She passed Taylor Swift, so
Oh, you know she's about to be mad.
well, I'm gonna let you
Look.
finish.
Look,
Darren
Lily-
said her music sounds like trash can music. We'll call her Oscar.
Trash can music. Wow.
I never heard it. So, I know who you're talking about. Though.
Yeah, I'm looking at the look. Yeah, I see why she's mad. I see the look at the look.
Oh,
She
I
used to be a
see.
stripper.
Bodak yellow. Okay, wow. Bodak yellow. Mm.
Dwayne Wade reportedly getting ready to sign with the Cavs.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I kind of figured he would go with LeBron sooner or later. Okay. Whatever. Can we get Isaiah back, please?
Yeah, that's not happening. But then I finally looked at that trade. The Cavs got the best part of that deal. They got Isaiah. They let Kyrie go. They got Jameson Crowder, who could play defense. And then they got the pick from the Nets. I mean, it's the Celtics got that pick from the Nets. And you know the Nets are going to be one of the worst teams in the league
You said they got the best deal?
out of that trade. They won out of that
Cleveland.
trade.
Watch. You see all these different motherfuckers, they trying to put this world team together. Watch. Them fools, for one, they gotta play together.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
True,
They all gotta
true.
play together.
Yep, that's
You
true.
get Crowder?
Mhm.
What is he?
Well, he's a great defensive player.
I didn't like
Fuck
Crowder.
out of here. Look, that don't.
I couldn't
They need
stand
more than
him.
that, Chief. They need, man.
I ain't worried about it.
They
anyway.
fooling everybody, getting Wade over there, big names, and see that's how they gonna play it on the ticket. Wade, oh, he went back to it's him and LeBron. Oh, everybody's gonna jump on. They're gonna sell that ticket. Him, Wade, and LeBron together again. You seen it when they went over the first time to the Heat. They was talking that big three bullshit. Had a little TV show and all that. Looked like a movie. They was on stage smoking shit and steam.
yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then they came out and lost. Lost. Was it once the first season?
That
and the
was
second
with
season?
what's
First
his
season.
name too? Who was the other one that
Bosh.
crashed? Yeah,
Bosh.
Bosh.
The
Yeah.
the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah.
He was up there boohoo crying. I'll never
Raptor
forget that.
source.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I don't matter. I'm tired of seeing Golden State, to be honest, and I'm tired of seeing the Cavs. I just want OKC to win because I'm a Westbrook fan. So
Not gonna happen.
Look here,
I think-
bandwagon.
I'm not a
Matter
bandwagon.
of fact, what
Oh, you can't call me a bandwagon. You jumped on the dang Golden State train, and we all Lakers
wait,
fans.
hold on, Slick.
I don't want none of them either.
I'm 52 years old. And dude, I like Oakland and LA. I've been that way all my goddamn life.
But your legit team is what? The
The
Lakers.
Lakers, yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm. I said Westbrook. I didn't
No,
say
that's
nobody-
OKC.
Yeah, Westbrook.
That's OKC.
But
They
there's
ain't
no-
even in California.
There's no other. Well, hold on.
Hey, now he like the Cavs. Now, oh wait,
I
no,
didn't say I like the
OKC.
Oh my
Next week
God.
it's gonna be the Heat.
Because when we were back in high school, everybody called me and Malcolm Westbrook and Durant. I'm a Westbrook fan.
Go ahead. You can be a Westbrook fan. Go
I
ahead.
didn't say anything else. I just want Westbrook to get.
I'm a
ring.
Shaq fan, but I didn't go. I wasn't a Heat fan.
But we followed Shaq wherever he went.
Yeah.
That's what.
Okay, continue.
God, hey, I gotta be a bandwagon because I want to see Westbrook win and get a ring.
He's not.
No.
You just
Sorry.
don't want to see him because you say he looks like Thriller. That's
He
what you
does
told-
look like
that's-
Thriller. He's
Hey,
ugly.
hey,
Sorry.
you think they'll be they matter of fact they're in the West, so they gotta go through
Golden State.
yeah.
I think by the end of the season, they're gonna get a big man and they're gonna beat Golden State.
Wait, but they got three already. They got three bigs right now.
No, center.
So that'd be four. They need four.
Yeah,
They can't do it with those three.
no. Who's gonna stop JaVale McGee? Who's gonna stop Pachulia? See, I know common sense. I'm just saying in general,
but they got offensive power.
So does
These
so
dudes
does
are pure
OKC.
all three. That's what I'm talking about. OKC.
I mean Golden State.
Them three pure scores, all three of them. And George is big, and Anthony's big.
Yeah, but you can cancel out
Still
most.
no good.
You could cancel out most of that. OKC, you need a big man.
He said cancel that shit out.
You got the sorry white man playing the what is he, Russian?
Adams?
Yeah, Russian, Jew, and whatever he is.
He's a he's a trash can dude.
Yeah, but
he's scrappy. He gets all of it.
So is Tristan Thompson.
Teron said, "Back to football. It's not basketball."
I'm gonna get
No,
there.
we're gonna skip football.
I'm gonna get there in a minute.
Damn.
And he said Westbrook better recruit some talent.
All right.
They need a center though.
Yeah, that's all they're missing is
They get a center,
They're
then
not gonna win. Go ahead.
it's gonna be trouble in the West.
The FBI charges Adidas, Jim Gatto, and others for bribing college prospects.
Them three black dudes.
I didn't see that picture.
It's three dudes, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, they were black.
yeah. Auburn assistant coach Chuck Persons, Oklahoma
Yeah.
Lattimore Evans, and USC assistant coach Tommy Bland. Oh yeah, and Brooke Richardson from University of Arizona. They said 10 people are facing charges of fraud and corruption.
I think that's bullshit because they should be paying them college players.
Yeah, that's what it said. Their involvement to pay one player, his family, $100,000 to get them to the school, and then another was from Adidas saying that we'll give you 50,000 with the expectation that the player will sign with Adidas once he gets into the NBA.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think they need to get paid.
Yeah,
Those people, those colleges make millions. I mean, multi-millions
That's why
off of these dudes.
you know, they used to have the college football game, NCAA, but they don't have. Instead of Madden, it was NCAA, and then Madden on top of that. So it's college football and NFL football you could play on the game. But they took NCAA out because the players didn't like the fact that you were using the players on the game but weren't paying them. And it was like, well, it's college, we can't pay you, but you're using me on the game.
But you know what? I think they might have an argument there because the NCAA, the league, the colleges can't pay you. But this is some outside shit. This is an outside entity that whoever makes those games and all that. That's an outside entity, a business. They ain't got nothing to do with the NCAA.
But they had to pay them, just like they had to pay the players. Like on 2K, like Charles Barkley is no longer, he's not on 2K because they won't pay him to be on it.
No, I'm saying they should pay those dudes. They should be able to pay them because they're not a part of the NCAA.
No, that's what they're saying. That's why the NCAA cut it out, and there's no longer, the game is no longer there because they didn't want to pay.
Dude, hey, that's some mafia shit. They getting over on these people, man, not paying these guys, man. And then what happens when the guy gets hurt? Busts his knee, busts his back, or whatever, he can't play anymore.
Yeah.
He's going back to the farm. Straight up. They're gonna take his they'll take and see you should let him keep his scholarship so at least he can finish school.
Yeah.
They do some of them with the big players. You know what I'm saying? The real good ones, they do. But if this dude's on the basketball, he on the football, basketball, whatever, he's on the scholarship, and they hurt themselves during a game, they should still be able to keep their scholarships and finish out school. If their career gets ended in football, they should still be able to keep their scholarship to finish school. A lot of them, they take the damn scholarship back from them and they send them packing. They leave without a fucking dime, without a damn education, and a bum knee. That's whack.
You know, after Donald Trump's remarks calling the players sons of bitches on the day, you know, the whole damn near, I think I've only seen one or two players that stood up for the national anthem. Some teams didn't even come out into the field.
Oh, the Steelers.
Yeah, the Steelers.
Villanueva. Hey, did you see him?
Yeah, he said he felt
blowback.
He said he felt like he threw his teammates under the bus.
There was some more stuff going on with that.
Yeah.
Actually, when we get on the other side, we're gonna bring it back up because I got some stuff on that whole shit.
All right, but with that said, you know, Jordan Sparks sung the national anthem yesterday.
Which one, Jordan?
She's the black one that's
she played a Sparkle too.
Yeah, she was an American Idol.
Oh, the light skinned girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she sung the national anthem yesterday. But if you look closely on her hand or where she was holding the microphone, she had a Bible verse. That Bible verse says, "Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. Ensure justice for those being crushed. Yes, speak up for poor and helpless, and see that they get justice."
The word is out. Real Hip Hop Heads Radio Live is your place for real knowledge, real hip hop. You better ask somebody. You better ask somebody.
X about me.
Vibrations from my voice bring life to microphones. If I make wrong moves, then I'm headed for the dead zone. Your head's flown, and it's a crazy mess. You should have fessed when it came time to test the best. So next up is the one, the non-half stepper, the keeper of the door, healer of the lepers, controller of the greed seed, with no ego to feed. Cause I stays level-headed, vocabulary embedded up in the dome. I'm bound to crush, roam, and let my spirit roam free. See, it's the G, bring it to you in the physical, coming through with the crucial raw material. I entertain each time I'm in the session, leaving brothers guessing, yo, what's that sound? Got them wishing they was on this picture's mound, throw it down, I vibrations over plump tracks. Most of y'all clown cats couldn't match that. Touch this, I don't think you should attempt to, cause if you do, of course I got to exempt you from getting any clout. No doubt, to each his own. Yeah.
Check it out. To each his own, watch out, cat. Niggas fake gas and get a dollar bill. The choices made, they choose the ill. Inside of Gomorrah, survival is a horror. Scrams is making movies trying to be top scorer. And he really don't give a rat's ass who he go through. He's a big boy, he bites all he can chew. But yo, I eat on plates with hip hop written on it. Rock the group, I shitting on it. Lyrically impressive, ain't no second guessing. The most poppin' shit talker is the one who stresses. And you see the abstract with a tight lip carry. Speaking on my piece, and my soul is heaven varied. To my microphone, I dialogue. It answers back with a whole lot of love. Complimented with claps, I'm on some grown man shit. My peak is not yet reached, so I'ma mind my own and think of each. To each his own.
Excuse me, I'm here to earn me a buck or two. Now take a chance with life or losing fucking you. All your friends, your fly will rock a 10. Used to be shy, but now you wanna be my spins on the DL. Pussy's flowing swell for a second, but if I'm catching right, how many others is she stepping in the sack with? Guess I better get a prophylactic. Back to the crib in case I smack it. Bad tactic, cause the gym had caught a flat. Plus the boots, they wasn't even all of that. Now it's hectic. I'm getting to the joint to get injected. Busted the fact that I'm infected. So check it out. You when you're with these chicks and they spread out with skins enough to take your head out. Use precaution, cause hookers packing death behind the zip. Peace to the guards who watch your dick. To each his own.
To each his own. Niggas that's sold by the full blown brother who can never be a clone. Large pro, so fuck your bullshit hard show. I'm repping with the weapon. My whole squad glow like a diamond. So don't share, fam, I have to climb it. That ass like a truck, leaving niggas just struck like a lightning bolt. The cash flow goes right in the boat. In the end, peace to Lynn time, Tennessee low. The whole I is my people. So sit back, relax, and just listen while we move. For monies and honeys, fake frauds get thrown. To each his own. 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 To each
Real hip hop heads conscious radio.
Just think, what if you could just
just blink yourself away. Just think. What if you could just blink yourself away? Chef X could rock the mic with tooth decay. I be the 5'7", residing at the Mecca addresses South Section. Used to cut class in the infinite pursuit of ass back in 89. Easy with the chicks, I was a chocolate boy. Raised in the cellar with the rhythm like Ella. Walked the Mega Tribe streets to the subway where I lay till the train stopped and a nigga hop high. Used to do the pop dance to the Planet Rock at the block party. Everybody jock who me? It's the MC sucking niggas in me. I got my contract in 1993 and I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. I wake up early in the morning, I mean early afternoon. Break a lyrical him off the stem like boom. I'm flying when I die, you put this shit up on my tomb. That nigga represented on the 28th of June. I'm representing Philly on the 28th of June. I can make you feel that I'm a surreal cartoon with my pistol in the face of hip hop. Sticking for bass because I'm on a paper chase. I'm on a paper chase, my Timberlands are fully laced. I be the Mr. Boogie Man. With records from 125th to Japan. I laid and play like Donnie Hathaway and shake a hand, shake a hand. Your lady tried to kick you, but I couldn't play my man. My niggas is my niggas and she didn't understand. I shake your hand and shit and hit the fan. Just think. What if you could just blink? What? Blink yourself away as I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. Malik, get on the mic, yo, it's too much on my mind. Malik, get on the mic, it's too much on my mind. Johnny on the spot, got the rhythm in the rhyme. Fucking with the roots, you know them niggas is a dime. I can make 100-yard line start to dash. I can make a whole lake of fish start to splash. I can make Conan in the Titans class. And I can make Metallica and Guns N' Roses thrash. Used to smash crash parties like I was disturbed. Used to make plots against the herringbone herd. But now, all I do disperse the verb. And like a nerd, I can make you say, he's superb. Worded perfect, never ever shall you misinterpret. I move styles like Val, so now you know I'm worth it. Direct from Philly, the land where niggas scheme. So you know I got that sheen in my gleam. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic.
The Roots, proceed. Yeah, check this out, man. Hey, as I was saying, with everything that's going on now, with everything, we got a lot of stuff going on, and then you got Trump up top, continually coming out with dumb shit, tough talk, rhetoric, just a whole bunch of crap. If you ever notice when he comes out with it, it's as if it's when his shit then died down. You kind of then forgot about his ass, and now you're seeing everything else on the news. You're like, the hell? Then all of a sudden, he always, like Johnny on the spot, he comes out with something dumb out his mouth, some fucking drama. This is the president, some damn drama. Well, North Korea may not have detected U.S. bombers near its borders. This mission is a demonstration of U.S. resolve and a clear message that the president has many military options to defeat any threat, the Department of Defense said in a statement later Saturday. After the U.S. announced the flight, North Korea appeared to bolster defenses and move aircraft into position along the East Coast, according to Korea. On Monday, Kim's government warned it would consider shooting down American bombers even when they aren't in North Korean airspace. And that right there is stemming from the comments, the Rocket Man comments that Trump has been saying. He's been making all kind of stupid ass comments and shit. And he's calling this dude Rocket Man and shit because he flew the rockets over Japan and shit.
He's not gonna get enough. I'm
So
telling you,
he's picking at him and shit, and he's rallying this dude up. This dude is getting riled up, and even historians have said that North Korea, they're known for when they respond, they don't respond. They don't keep on going with we're gonna jaw back and forth, blah blah blah. They respond. They fucking get at your ass. They don't take shit lightly. And this dude here is saying, okay, you know what? North Korea considers comments made by Trump to be a declaration of war. Okay, that's where the whole other thing saying, okay, you know what? They're considering shooting down American planes, and mind you, the Americans had just flown some bombers right out there by their shit, trying to show force and whatnot, trying to show just how big, bad, and tough the American government is and shit. As like them shits can't get shot out the sky, but you're picking at them.
Exactly.
You're picking at them because you're flying shit around their coast and shit. Now, as soon as somebody shoots one of them down, or if they fire on, they don't have to shoot it down. If they fire on one of them planes, it's on. This is why I say war is looming. You guys got to be careful and pay attention to the news, because when Trump says something stupid and some old dramatic bullshit, such as that NFL thing, this stuff was going on in the background. This dude is good at making everybody look this way instead of back here. Okay. Instead of paying attention to what the fuck is really going on. So you guys got to be really, really careful, because they are already got the commercials out trying to give people money and bonuses and shit to enlist in the military and all that kind of stuff. When you see that, they're giving out bonuses trying to get people in. They're really trying to beef up the boots on ground. You already know it's coming. Now, he said he's boasting about the weapons that we have. Okay, but as I know it, they've been downsizing for years. They were downsizing in 2012. They were already starting to downsize,
right?
Because they had too many soldiers. It's like, okay, we're out of war now. Obama took us out of war, so we don't need all these soldiers. So they start downsizing, getting rid of a lot of people. Well, now that you're over there fucking with Korea, homie, you're gonna have to get those people back. That's where you start to see the recruitment. They start hitting the streets. They start adding money. Start trying to give people money, trying to get more people in, because now you got to get your people in uniform. You got to get enough numbers, because this motherfucker's over there with 1 million people in his military. You know, in South Korea, they can't handle them. You got South Korean army, you got the U.S. Army over there in South Korea, but they're going to need a lot of help. But you guys pay attention to what's going on, man, because this dude is forever sliding shit behind. And actually, it comes out for everybody to see, but he always does something to distract you from paying attention to the real stuff. Now, we've been talking a lot about our schools, our children in the schools, and what these schools are not doing for our children. They're not teaching them. You know, the school supplies are not there. Classrooms overcrowded. Teachers underpaid. Teachers underqualified.
Teachers sleeping with the kids. All types of shit. New books in the schools that actually remove slavery, the Atlantic slave trade, from the history books, and actually now they describe how the black people got over here as they migrated over here. Okay, up in Texas, they got books in the high schools now. And there, the Atlantic slave trade has moved out, and they said black people migrated to America. Okay, so they're trying to rewrite history. Matter of fact, they are rewriting history as we sit here talking. But this happened in a school, man. It kind of got me hot up under my collar. Slave for a day. How one teacher's lesson went very wrong. No, you definitely don't need to pretend to be a slave.
but it was another hands-on experiment used to simulate slavery. Definitely not an effective way, and there's better alternatives than that. That's an 8th grader saying that. Students at Whitney High School were enslaved for a day. Administration at the California high school made a terrible decision while trying to teach students about the horrors of slavery. They tied the wrists of 8th grade students with duct tape. They stuck them in a dark room, told them to lie on the floor, shoulder to shoulder, to simulate the inhumane conditions aboard a slave ship, and then showed them a clip of Roots. Teachers from Whitney High School in Cerritos, California, suggested role playing earlier this month. Students would be enslaved Africans, and students would be enslaved Africans, and teachers would be the slave ship captains. Parents were outraged, and for a good reason. Instead of teaching students about slavery, teachers succeeded in causing anxiety and stress for students and parents, and then ultimately pulled the lesson plan from the school curriculum. One African-American parent, Sharday Carrington, as the mother of a Black child, I feared that my son's participation would lead him to experience trauma, perhaps at the cellular level, and have a visceral reaction in anger and fear during the exercise itself. And she actually did not let her son participate in it.
Right.
I think there was another parent that didn't let their child participate in that. But stuff like this, it goes hand in hand with what they're doing to our kids now. They're already not teaching our kids, okay? Already they're not teaching them. So you have in the schools now, you want to teach the kids about slavery. Before, when we were going to school, they had just a little bit of stuff in there about the slave trade, okay? We didn't get Black history in class. There wasn't Black history.
I actually had Black history in elementary school, but when I got to high school,
where you could understand, where you could comprehend what you were learning.
Yeah, well, it was a white lady teaching me. So she had a Black husband, so I guess they figured she had the right.
Oh, that was her way of giving back.
But
so that was a special case, because she had a Black husband, but that wasn't actually on the school's curriculum. Some teachers go outside the box.
Yeah, because in high school they just play Roots for us. I was the only Black one in class.
But they don't have a history or a Black history class. It's world history, American government, and all that kind of shit, but not African American history.
Well, I think I'm kind of with the thing, but I'm not with it at the same time.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, you can be with it because I was with it too, but I changed places. Why don't the white people and teachers get your ass in there and tie your ass up and lay in that damn shit, and you watch Roots in there tied up in a dark ass closet, and let the kids be the slave ship captains?
I don't like
not the kids.
I don't like it.
You know, that's what I was thinking. If you're gonna do something like that, personally, don't do it at all. But since you did it, why don't you experience the horrors that our ancestors experienced? How about that?
Just play a movie. You didn't have to tie the kids up and shit. I don't like it.
It's crazy.
I don't like it.
But see what it does? I'm looking at it like this. You guys are desensitizing the kids to the stuff that they're being subject to now. Lower graduation rates, higher suspension rates, higher expulsion rates, kids being sent to alternative schools, kids being stuck into the classes because you say they're ADHD and all these other crazy stuff, these other labels, medical labels that they put on the kids, because you get paid more money when the kid goes in that class, and then you still get paid money for each kid that stays in your school. That's why you keep the schools full. But then all the Black kids and people of color, you stay on top of them, expelling them. Well, not expelling, but suspending them and whatnot, because you're trying to save them up. You don't want to teach them, but you want to keep them in there because the prison industrial complex is waiting on them. Okay, you guys get paid at the high school level, and then once you get done with them, they're so fucked up, especially when you're doing shit like this.
My thing is, remember that, I don't know if you remember, but I showed you a clip on Facebook of when this Black boy, he was talking to a couple white kids too, his friends, and he was saying that they went on a field trip to the cotton field. Yeah. Oh my goodness. He said his mama went the fuck off when she realized that they had took her kids to the cotton field.
But you know, when they're so-called, they're using
field trips,
history, field trips or school lessons or curriculum as a disguise to desensitize your children about slavery and about modern slavery. Okay, they're desensitizing your kids about the treatment that they're receiving from them. Okay, because you keep doing this stuff to them and showing them stuff like that and blah blah blah. Sooner or later, the kids just get used to it. Okay, and then when they're actually experiencing some of this degrading stuff from the schools, the mistreatment, you know what I'm saying, you're constantly on them about their hair, their clothes, suspending them because they forgot a pencil or because they got in a verbal argument. You know, you're really piling it on. When they start to give up, that's exactly where you want them, because once you let them out to school, you know you're not gonna let them graduate. You're gonna let them go to the streets. What do you think they're gonna do? They didn't learn anything at the school, okay? So they're gonna go out there and they get to hustling, stealing, doing whatever the hell they gotta do to fucking make it. And who's there to catch them? Johnny Law, sitting right there. So the school, they get them all nice and they get them all did up. They dumb them down. And then after 3-4 years, they set them out there not knowing what the hell to do. And Johnny Law is sitting right there waiting on them. Dude, don't worry about it. We got a place for you, kid. Okay, come here. We got a place for you. Don't you worry about it. From one prison to another prison. Okay? I call it recreational
holding facility.
Yeah, recreational holding facility. Okay, instead of calling it a recreational prison facility. And then they go to the big house, the prison industrial complex. Okay. But trust me, what's going on with our kids in these schools, if you're not involved in your child's education at the elementary school, junior high, and high school level, okay, even in college, if you're not involved with your children, dude, there's bad shit happening to your kids. Okay, your kids are not being taken care of the way they're supposed to. Okay, they're not given the attention that they're supposed to be getting at these schoolhouses. All right, you see your kids come home, pay attention to their moods. You know your kid better than anybody. Pay attention to their moods. Are they depressed? The way that they're talking, different ways that they're doing things. Look at how they're wearing their hair. I mean, you can tell when your child has shifted. But you need to pay attention to your kids, man. And when you see some shit down there or something went down to school, you need to go down there.
That just kind of reminded me now. Now it clicked to me. We had a teacher in 8th grade, Miss Hearns. And remember I told y'all she used to take the, when Soulja Boy came out, he had the little rubber band chains, kind of like the Run DMC, but it was rubber bands. Yeah. And she used to take them from kids and say that it's not safe, this and that. But then Halloween came around and she said, I'm gonna dress scary for you guys. She came in, her pants not like really, but she had the boy shorts on, and she had the pants sagging, hat backwards, this and that. She's like, that's scary to me, so I'm gonna wear it. It's scary to me.
Right.
Did you not tell me that?
I didn't think about it like that.
Right.
Time.
You know what? But look, see how you think about it now, because you sit in here every Tuesday and Thursday, or every Monday and Wednesday. You're in here. You're hearing what we're talking about. That happened to you, and you didn't think nothing of it. Desensitizing the kids, okay? They see stuff that is racially motivated, and because they've been desensitized, they don't think there's nothing wrong with it. That's what's going on in the schools today.
I was just like, she's stupid.
Yeah,
we were in elementary school. Me and Michelle used to have to sit in this green box. It was a big old wooden green box whenever we got in trouble. And I noticed that we were the only ones in that damn box that had to sit in the box. I didn't give a shit. I was over there playing and shit. But, now that I think about it, why the fuck were we in the damn box?
See?
I didn't see nobody else in the box. Yeah.
Our generation was the new generation they started on, okay? Now they went into overdrive with these kids. Our generation, they attacked us mentally, but it wasn't enough. Because in our generation, when we were growing up, well, I know I can remember, seeing these guys, the Black Panthers and stuff and all that. There's a lot of Black unity then. So what they did for us, not only were they trying to, mentally, but they dropped the drugs on us. They dropped crack on us. And crack, that was the ticket that fucked our generation up. Now, the kids, they're changing the books in the schools and the whole curriculums to say that slavery didn't exist. They talk to kids any old fucking way. Racist shit. They're showing racist shit, and the kids think it's okay. They don't know anything different. So they go right on ahead. And then when they get out, They don't see anything wrong with the cop walking up to them and shit, you know, and calling them whatever, calling them out their damn name. Well, you know what? They're in jail. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Bigger, nigga, how you figure?
Yeah. Hey, yo, keep the style and the way the cops sweaters. The number one question is, can the feds get us? I got vendettas and dice games against ass betters and niggas who pump wheels and drive jetters. Take that with a shut up.
Picture, back split ya. Fuck fist fights and lane scuffles. Pillowcase to your face, make the shell muffle. Shoot your daughter in the calf muscle. Fuck a tussle, nickel plated. Sprinkle coke on the floor, make it drug related. Most hated,
Yeah, hated. While y'all punk Willie, I run up and stunt silly. Scared, so you sent your little mans to come kill me. But on the contrary, I packs the Mac Millie, squeezed off on him, left the paramedic breathing soft on him. What's your name?
Who shot your mouth ties like Sinatra? Peruvians tried to do me in. I ain't paid them yet. Trying to push 700s, they ain't made them yet. Rolex and bracelets, frostbit. Rings too, niggas riding away, call me A-glue sticks.
Where you from? Brooklyn, going out for all.
Bosses,
You don't stop.
this style,
You won't stop.
nigga.
What? JT, Big Smalls, nigga, shit you draw. Brooklyn, represent y'all. Hit you falls, you crazy. Think a little bit of rhymes to play me. I'm from Marcy, I'm varsity chump, you JV. Jay-Z.
Nigga, baby, my bed style flows malicious, delicious. Fuck 3 wishes, made my road to riches. From 62 gym stars, my mom's dishes. Graham chopping, police veer docking, bees at my doors knocking.
Yeah, rockin', yeah, no more mister. Nice guy, twist your shit. The fuck back with the pistol. Blazing, hot like Cajun. Hotter than even holding work at the day's end. With New York plates outside. Get up out of there. Fuck your ride.
Keep your hands high, shit gets steeper. Here comes the Grim Reaper. Frank White, need the keys to your innkeeper.
That's right.
Chill, homie. The bitch in the shownies told me you're holding more drugs than the pharmacy. You ain't harming me, so pardon me. Pass the safe before I blaze the place and hit 6 shots just in case.
Jay-Z and Biggie Smalls, nigga, shit you draw.
Where you from?
Brooklyn going out to all.
Crown Heights,
You don't stop.
Brownsville,
You won't stop.
nigga.
Jay-Z and Biggie Smalls, nigga, shit you draw.
Where we from?
Brooklyn going out to all.
Bushwick,
You don't stop.
Fort Greene,
You won't stop.
niggas.
Yeah. From 9-6, the only MC with a flu. Yeah, I rhyme sick. I be what you're trying to do. Made a fortune off Peru. Extra dyke, China white, hair on. Nigga, please, like short sleeves, I bear wrong. Stay out away from here wrong.
Clear.
Gone.
Me and Gunna had 2 spots. The 2 for $5 hits, the blue tops. Gotta go, Coolio, mean it's getting too hot. If they have twins, she probably have 2 pots. Get it?
Time to separate the pros from the cons, the platinum from the bronze, that butter soft shit from that leather on the fawns, a S1 diamond from my I-class dome, a Chardon sipper from a rosé nigga, Brook non, sipping on.
Cristal forever. Play the crib when it's make weather. The mafia keep cannons in they Mark Buchanan. Usually Quattro Cinco, the shell sink slow, tossing ya. Mad slugs through your Nautica. I wanted ya.
Jay-Z and Biggie Smalls, nigga, shit you draw.
Where you from?
Brooklyn going out to all.
Flatbush,
You don't stop.
Red Hook,
That's right. You won't stop.
nigga.
Jay-Z and Biggie Smalls, nigga, shit you draw.
Where you from?
Brooklyn going out to all.
East New York,
You don't stop.
Clinton Hills,
You won't stop.
nigga.
Keeping your speakers the with the hip hop you love. Real Hip Hop Heads Conscious Radio.
I was born in the baby down cat scan when my building fell down on the rat scan.
people, so the super want a trip to the P now. While I settle off the shores of the Long Island. My father's clean, I mean my mind is clear when I transmit. I am the man of the family because the pants fit. I want to let forensics prove that I commence groove with the threat from leader why the hate. Wanna say salutation to the nation of the Nubians. We're about to place it in that 3 feet of stew again. I got the frequency to shatter Mrs. Jones' perm. I got a halo of the honeys cause it's short-term valley and a score for the shotty in the jacket. For the brother, he's a nigga when he packs it. So get your butt out the sling. I start Muhammad floating up, that means I'm deaf. So like the autograph and sign until the break.
Has it on the sayer, wave the 18 mil. Even still, sack the bag of troubles, make a single double, loop the coin and join the minimum wage. I had a plan if I was the man, I project, lay it low and leg mad cassettes. I uncondition my ways of the everyday sunset, waging my days to the one bet. Cause your breaks, I have the capital case. Weather mine, out of line, I listen to the early morning. Freak the wake call, I get a tap on my shoulder. Cause the days of the breaks be just about over. The arts of the six won't play my bag of chips. I got the sevens in my pocket somewhere. Reason for the cheer or temperature here. I keep it to the rear and then I'm exploding.
I be the fabulous, but see, unlike the G, I got the flea up in the name. Kinova been my cousin from the Peter Pipe. I like the others latching on the win, I caught the fame. Pass the task to ask me about the native tongue again. My friend, I tell you, Jungle Brothers on the run. I'm shaking hands with many devils in the industry. Believe the genesis like Phil was stills me that I'm deaf. I like the autographs and sign until the break.
But in the end, I'll be the if cause in the mix, man, it's alright. Mama got the book into my daily life. My pops got the ducks, best believe we sailed the way to the long. I laid the anchor in the ville. And how I relate, I stay inside of my gates. Big days mess up my mind, ground 0 degrees, and the weather feels fine. You open my eyes, man, thought I had a man. But how could I scan? I wasn't around. I seen the states and played the dates in the far, gathered the news from the Zoas around. Grew old with Mikey Rhodes and played the codes. Sometimes I don't budge without my cuz buzz. A simple how you do. I check it from my friends and my crew. Makes it definitely special.
Now there's no shiny happy people in the crew. We play the rough. I got the hub and power to blow the house low. You know the never end the factor while I'm over telesquid. I know an enterprise brother, so report to the bridge. I bounce a ball with my left, squid with my right. Cause the squid is just a yo, he deserved to lose the fight. I might be and across the dream, traveling up the stream. Plug wonder why you love me tonight. We see the girls scream as if we're shocked by the live shell. Let's round them up and get them back to the hotel. Motel, holiday. In fact, I'm gonna let you know once again the deal I sold sure to show that we will hit the charter harder than the normal rapping bull.
Yo, you know, we've been talking about riots. I mean, the protesting and all that, and all those riots, with people actually. And like I said, I'm not against you protesting. You know what I'm saying? Hey, do it. All right. If you got a platform that's where you're going to get enough attention, you know, and enough people and the right people looking at you, then you can go ahead and spit your goal. You know what I'm saying? Talk to these people and tell them what you want, you know, and put out a plan on how you want to get it. But what I'm wondering is the people in St. Louis, Baltimore. You know, what are you guys getting out of it? Besides people going to jail, and once it's over, you know, you guys are gonna go back home. And what did it produce? Okay, what would you guys really? You're protesting because they shot and killed a black man, but what did you get out of it besides tearing up a lot of shit and some people going to jail, and you lost days off from work and didn't get paid because you was out there protesting in the street? What did it accomplish? If it doesn't accomplish anything, then it's not worth doing. You had the attention of the nation doing that, but what did it accomplish? Did you have anybody leading that? Anybody to organize that? You know, and I've been looking for people to see, is anybody thinking along these same lines that I'm thinking? Well, advocate for social injustice and police reform in minority communities. players, primarily black players across the NFL, including Eagles safety Malcolm Jenkins, have been kneeling, raising fists in the air, or sitting during the anthem in an effort to protest social injustice and criminal justice reform in primarily minority communities. Jenkins has met with the Philadelphia police commissioner, community leaders, and even made several trips to Capitol Hill to advocate for the cause that began when former San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick began kneeling during the anthem. Now, Kaepernick got it started. He used that platform because millions of people around the world watch American football. Bam. This is the platform where I can get maximum effect with my protest. And look where it's at now. Okay. He was smart in doing that. Now, you got this player here. He's not just protesting. His ass went a step above that. He's talking. He done went up to Capitol Hill. He's talking to people that's running shit about police reform. He had a reason. I'm protesting for this. Okay. What am I going to do? My goals are this. I want social justice, and I want criminal justice reform for the minorities. Okay. I need to get attention. Okay. Once I get attention, then I can actually start talking to some people. I know exactly what I'm trying to get. So now we can sit down at the fucking table and we can hash this shit out. And with this protest going on in the NFL now, it only makes his case stronger. This is what I'm talking about. Now, personally, until we do get our own as black people, until we branch off and start doing our own thing, we need people like that actually can go and sit down with these people and try to get something done. Personally, it'll take some years. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of sacrifice made by a lot of people if we band together and to get things done. But it's still, he's up there. He's actually in these people's face now, talking to them. He's not just in front of the cameras, you know, kneeling and praying and shit and all that, or kicking shit over in the street. He's actually putting his money where his mouth is. You know, he's got that platform. He's using it. But McDonald Trump, yo boy, yo man, your man's in them. Yeah, well, okay, hold on. Like a script from a blockbuster movie, you have intrigue, murder, crooked cops, racist politicians, and racism as the undertone. Except this isn't a movie. The racial divide in America with 3 Ks is played out in the streets of our neighborhoods. It's hoods for us. Where are people of color to turn to for help when even the president of these United States is himself a racist, pushing the agenda of the hate mongers? The protest of brother Colin Kaepernick, shedding light on police brutality and social injustice for people of color, has lit a fire in the land of the good old stars and stripes. And instead of the leadership of this country trying to do something about these issues, they're adding fuel to the fire. Our own black leaders are sitting by silent as blacks are brutally murdered at the hands of the oink oinks. As this matter plays out, people are choosing sides, and eventually the embattled will rise and smack the shit out of the bully. History tells us it's inevitable. Be aware of the bedwenches and buck dancing coons as they walk amongst us. Now, this guy here, yo dude, the one that say leading the pack, y'all check him out, man.
Somebody disrespects our flag. To say, get that son of a bitch off the field right now. Out, he's fired.
Yeah. That's your president
But
talking
he
that
is
shit.
more disrespectful than any damn body.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Now, remember you said he called them some bitches? That was singular. Get that son of a bitch out of here. He's referring to Kaepernick. This is the president of the United States referring to this man like this, because this man is exercising his constitutional right. Although you people say that you don't consider us to be full human, okay? And you didn't write that constitution with us in mind. But nowadays, people have got smart and read that shit and know, okay, we're citizens. Okay, so this shit includes us. So our First Amendment right, freedom of speech, you can protest peacefully. That's our right. President of the United States, you come out and say some shit like that. Are you fucking kidding me? Nope, he's a racist, straight up. And the only thing he hasn't done is say, I'm not a racist. You notice he ain't said that.
And you know, that's what he said. He said he went back and tweeted later talking about the knee. I'm not being racist if you take a knee or something like that. And then he said the knee is a one thing, but locking arms I approve.
He's a clown, dude. He's a clown. But look, like I said,
Idiot.
Idiot. Distractions. Straight up distractions, dude.
So many.
Straight distractions because he contradicted himself in saying that. Okay. 1 minute you're saying this, 1 minute you're saying that. He just lets shit flow off his damn lip and doesn't think about what he said before. Like, hey man, you know what? You got to clean that up before you say this. No, he just says it. Fuck it. I don't care. You don't care. But you have a lot of people, not just he didn't jump up there and restarted this fire, but you got a lot of people like LaShawn McCoy. Remember, he was talking shit about Kaepernick.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking that bullshit about Kaepernick, but his ass to switch the reels. And now, not only was he didn't go out there, they was out there arm in arm, and some people was kneeling and shit. You know what he was doing?
In the locker room.
No, he was out there stretching. This fool was on the ground. He was stretching and shit. They were all lined up arm in arm like this in a line. He was at the end where you could see him plain sight, and he was stretching. Looking out abroad at everybody. Homie, so what are you trying to do? Is that your way of protesting? The white people gonna see it as that, but then black people are like, the fuck you doing? You was popping shit about this man protesting. Now you're done. No, I was just down there stretching.
Ray Lewis.
Yeah. I was just down there stretching, dog. Oh, you think you can let that fly? No, dude. But check my man.
Freedom of speech is that we don't always have to necessarily agree with being said, but the person, the individual is entitled to his or her opinion, and their speech is protected by the First Amendment. I'm disappointed by LaShawn's comments. He played on a team with a guy named Michael Vick. He spent 19 of 23 months in Leavenworth. Not one time did I hear LaShawn McCoy mention distraction. Michael Vick was a convicted felon upon his release. He played with a guy named Rodney Cooper, who uttered the atomic bomb of racial slurs at a concert. LaShawn McCoy's comments were, I can't respect a guy like that, but he never mentioned distraction. Also on his team, and Skip, we've had the pleasure of talking to the gentleman on 2 occasions, Richard Incognito. We know his story, what happened in Miami. He bounced around. He was in Miami, St. Louis. Skip, LaShawn McCoy never mentioned distraction. He's looking at Colin Kaepernick like Colin Kaepernick abused or killed animals. He's looking at Colin Kaepernick like he abused a woman or killed someone. No crime was ever committed. Freedom of speech, freedom to protest. Skip, he wasn't out burning buildings. He wasn't doing anything crazy. He kneeled down 2 minutes before the game. People are acting like he's kneeling during the game. They're getting ready to call a play. Colin Kaepernick, one day I can't run this play right here. I need. Yeah. That's not what he's doing. Skip, he also said he feels that in America that people are followers, that they hear not what they know. Now, Torrey Smith played with Colin Kaepernick for 2 years. Jeremy Curley played with Colin Kaepernick last year. They said Colin Kaepernick was not a distraction. His talent is unquestioned. The head coach, Chip Kelly, said he wasn't a distraction. It's the people that's not playing with Colin Kaepernick or didn't coach Colin Kaepernick. So what is LaShawn McCoy doing? He's being the very thing that he's trying to do. He's being a follower. He's repeating what he heard.
RealHipHopHeads.com.
At the bottom of our news tonight, there's been a new animal aimed in the direction of falling off the face of the earth. Yes, young black teenagers are reported to be the oldest and the newest creatures added to the endangered species list. As of now, the government has not made steps to preserve the blacks. When asked why, a top law official adds, because they make good game.
Hey, don't make me laugh. All I hear is motherfuckers rapping succotash, living life telling me to get out the game. I'm a nigga gotta live by the trigger. How the fuck do you figure that I can say peace and the gunshots won't cease? Every cop killer goes ignored. They just send another nigga to the morgue. A boy scored. They can give a fuck about us. They rather catch us with guns and white powder. If I was old, they'd probably be friendly me. Since I'm young, they consider me the enemy. They kill me to get the job correct. To serve, protect, and break a nigga's neck. Cause I'm the one with a trunk of fun. If I'm the police, then the take deck. You should listen to me, cause there's more to see. Call my neighborhood and get them, cause the house is my noise. Now the color don't know, you can rather not hide. These are
Tales from the dark side.
all of us say it's crazy. You want to free Africa? I stare at ya, cause we ain't got it too good in America. I can't fuck with them overseas. My homeboy died over keys and cocaine, it was plain and simple. The 9mm went to the temple. Was a sound, I put the bitch down and ran to the schoolyard bathroom. Looked in the trash can, yo, it had room. So I ducked my ass in it for a minute. Covered with trash, I had to lay back. Mad as fuck, think about the payback. Tonight, they cool had a little fun. I went home and cut the barrel on my shotgun. It's getting critical. I stole 5.0. There they go. Drive real slow. I yelled out, Ice Cube, sucker. Shotgun kick. And it murder, motherfucker. I told you last album. When I got a sword on, bodies are hard on. It's a shame. And niggas are young. Blood to the light side, it don't matter none. It'll be a drive-by homicide. But to me, it's just another tale from the dark side. Standing in the middle of war every minute we flex. When we die, we will make jet. Ebony can't see to the light side. The term they apply to us is a nigga. Call it what you want, cause I'm coming from the corner. Same applies with a PhD. You black, don't wanna roll. Sells the soul. Watch his head go rolling. Who the fuck is they fooling? Nobody knows, but I'm supposed to color my clothes, met the color of the one on my face as they wonder what's under my waist. Standing on the bed. See them getting brown, that's a fact. Got a beer in the bowl sack. Run, the ass up, they cannot hide. Get you, they can't fuck with the dark side.
Turn it up. Way up. Brother Bass.
America's Nightmare. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I got that shit right.
Bro, America's
We had the remix.
Hey, but as I was saying, now all these damn distractions going on with what's his name? Trump. Yeah, Trump. Yeah, I'm tired. I've been playing a human bed today. Yeah. All these distractions, man, with Trump and his bullshit are to keep us off of. See, you know what they're also doing? Not only is it a distraction, but this is their way of dealing with the problem, because obviously this shit has struck a nerve. Okay, so instead of addressing the issue, which is Colin Kaepernick police brutality, all right, he doesn't want to stand up and honor the flag that represents the country that brutalizes people of color on a regular basis. Okay, that makes damn good sense. Okay, now you got other guys that have jumped in there and they want social injustice and justice, the criminal justice reform, police reform, all of that. I've heard that mentioned a couple of times when Obama was in office. Okay, but you see what happened to that? Well, no damn police reform. He signed in the blue law, which actually protected the cops. Okay, well, what they're trying to, this is their way of trying to handle this without, getting shit on their face. They're trying to change what the protest is about. They keep mentioning flag. They keep mentioning military. They're mentioning all this other stuff except what Colin Kaepernick said he was protesting, which is police brutality. They're not mentioning that. They don't talk about it. They're damn sure not doing anything about that shit. What these people want you to believe is the protest is about patriotism. Oh, they're not patriots and they're disrespecting our flag. We're just some good old dumbo ass niggas we're just being dumbass niggas.
Absolutely.
We're just we're just disrespecting the flag just because we're just doing something
That's
stupid.
because y'all don't want to admit what it's really about.
Yeah, they don't want to address
The
police
yeah,
brutality.
and that's just
They
the
don't want to
bottom
have to
line.
go in there and do police reform. And the reason why they don't want to reform the goddamn police, because that's their henchmen. Okay? They're doing exactly what those police are doing, exactly what they want them to do.
There's a meme that I seen a couple on my Facebook page, and it was saying something to the regards of, people who don't kneel for the flag obviously haven't been handed a folded flag, you know. And I seen some comments, a lot of people were saying, that the protest, it wasn't really the protest part of it, they're disrespecting. Of course they have, you know my father, somebody was a veteran, blah blah blah. So I did see one of my friends say that she has that same flag in her house. She does have a folded flag and she still stands with the protest. And I told her they're the same here, and we still stand with the protest, because the bottom line is, it's not what they keep saying. It's not even about the flag. Nobody wants to address, like you said, the elephant in the room. Nobody wants to address it. The bottom line is, y'all gonna keep using that damn flag as an excuse. It was of course it was a majority of them were white people who were saying, it was disrespectful. You see it on the news all the time, and we just saw one this morning. Well, my father was a veteran, and I taught my kids this one, and you're still not getting it. That's why it just fucking pisses me off, because I'm like, y'all are not getting it. Why is it that it's not getting through your head? Because you just don't want to address the fact that what he stood for is the truth. The bottom line, it was the truth. And y'all just fucking want to keep denying it like it doesn't exist. Just like racism to y'all, it doesn't exist. It exists, and it ain't going no damn where.
That's because they keep pushing it. Instances like this, where this man, he got the biggest light he could get.
Yeah.
NFL quarterback. He's a star in the NFL, a star sitting on the biggest platform he could get, which is the NFL, millions of people. And he does this. You just put that police brutality shit right up there on their foreheads, and they can't seem to get that shit off of their forehead, and they're mad as hell. And instead of addressing the goddamn shit, they're trying everything around it. They're beating all around the bush instead of just going to the heart of the issue and dealing with that. And the reason they're not doing it is because they don't want to. They want it to stay exactly the way they want it's going. Like 60, 70 years ago, this shit was going on. The Jim Crow laws, okay? This is the new Jim Crow era, okay? Jim Crow 2.0. They don't want it going anywhere. That's why they're not addressing this shit. But I just got this in. Representative Sheila Jackson Lee, Democrat from Texas, takes a knee on the floor, on the House floor, to protest Trump. Now, look, this thing is really to spiral out of their control. Captain started it. Now it took on its own body. Okay, it took on its own body, and it's all the way up in the damn house. You got people doing this shit. Now the thing is, they don't want to. All right, but this is what it takes. If you're going to make change, it takes all of us to actually come together, okay, and march on these people, put the smash down, and make shit happen. Okay, we can sit up and ask them all day long. They're not going to do it. We have to make them fucking do it. Okay, but we all got to come together to do it, though. But they're trying to make everybody believe it's just about disrespecting that flag. Okay, it's about people being disrespectful to the flag, people being unpatriotic. It ain't got nothing to do with that shit.
Nothing.
Police brutality, social injustice, criminal justice. Okay, reform police, the whole nine. All of that is what it's about. They ain't got nothing to do with the goddamn flag. The flag was just a symbol that represents all this bullshit, okay?
And see, they keep saying that because this done caught fire so damn tough, and y'all thought it was just gonna go away, and it's not. So now you keep trying to use the flag as an excuse, so it just turns people on. Well, it isn't. It's a fucking battle right now.
Then you blew it because you should have just left it alone. But
yeah,
like in the fashion of these old white motherfuckers that sit in the back rooms smoking them damn $1,000 cigars and drinking that $2,000 scotch. because they out here running shit, and they always have a bed winch back in the back, but they come out to us and call us niggas, but you got the bed winch in the back, right? Or sometimes you got the buck because they nasty like that. All right. Well, they should have left it alone in the first place, but they didn't. Now it's got outside and it's out of control. They're still trying the old tactics. We're going to blackball them. Okay, no, that didn't work, dude. That just made shit worse. Yep. Instead of saying, hey, man, things and times have changed. They have. Okay, the millennial have brought the situation and changes so differently on how people act and how they react to stuff. The old school way that they used to do stuff it's not working anymore. And that's where the problem is. You're still trying to keep the old school way, and it's totally new school. And now the new school is actually fighting back.
That's exactly what it is.
They're not trying to hear none of that bullshit.
Enough is enough. We fed up.
And by the way, we have a folded flag in this house as well.
Absolutely.
I'm a veteran, and so is Conscious over here. Okay? Retired veteran at that. Been to combat many times. I still support Kaepernick. Okay, when you, a matter of fact, the brother Dingle made this point. He said, you know what, it's kind of crazy because when you're actually in the service, you're in uniform. You got a job to do, you know, and if you go trying that bullshit in there, man, you fuck around get locked up. You try to, you know, so you got a job to do. You wear the flag, it's right there on your damn shoulder. You're on this foreign soil, man, doing God knows whatever they got you doing or whatever. So you go ahead and walk to the beat of their drum, you know what I'm saying, until you get a chance, you get on out and get out and shit. But and it's still it's what it is. Okay, yeah, I was in the military, so it's conscious, but we ain't in that motherfucker no more. Even when I was in, I still had to fend off them white folks running their fucking bullshit racist games. Still trying that bullshit. You know, me personally, the uniform was the uniform. I wore that with pride. The other individuals wearing the uniform, disrespecting the uniform because they were racist or because they hated this person because of whatever, God knows, and you're treating them this way, acting unmilitarily, disrespecting the uniform. Okay? Now, here we are. That flag and what it represents, it makes all the sense in the world. The way he broke that down, it makes all the sense in the world. And he's damn right about the police brutality. The shit that got crazy. Cops walk up to you and bust on your ass and you ain't got shit in your hands. And they're walking. Nobody's being indicted. Nobody's being convicted. None of that. If they do get, by some chance, the star falls out the sky and hits you in the face, somebody gets indicted and he gets convicted. They don't do any jail time. Slap them on the hand, tell them they got 10 years probation or some crazy shit, but they never take their certifications, never take their gun license, and none of that shit. These guys end up going to other places and working under other police departments, and they carry on the same manner. It's like the Catholic Church. They shuffle them around. Once a preacher gets caught sleeping with a kid, they don't put him in jail. They don't take him to court. They just ship his ass off to another church, and then they pay the family to be quiet. Well, the police, you get caught, hey man, lay low for about a year, and then you go on over there. Boom, you get hired on. Just be cool, keep it cool. You know, we gotta let it blow over. Everybody forget it because there's gonna be all kind of other bullshit coming up, and everybody forget that. Boom, I'll pop this cop in another uniform doing the same exact shit that got him canned from this one.
You know what's crazy? Ever since the NFL started to do this, they took the knee or locked arms. You've seen more white people. I've seen a couple just fuck the NFL altogether, but I've seen a lot more is like, we support what you guys are doing. We just don't support that you're doing at during the national anthem. Well, if that was the case, why didn't y'all say the same thing about Kaepernick? Why didn't y'all just say we support what he's doing, but we just don't support that he's doing it during the national anthem? Y'all waited for the white people and the white owners to come out, because there was a lot of the owners came out too and took the knee or locked arms and got in the middle of the field.
I'm looking at the NFL and wonder how come you guys didn't say nothing then, but when he first started doing it. Why you had to wait till Donald Trump said something? Then you motherfuckers want to come out. I think they use that as an excuse to get out there so they could save face because this dude is right. And all them people talking about, I respect what he's doing. I respect his freedom of speech, his freedom of protest.
You don't.
Me personally, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't disrespect the flag. Man, screw you. How in the hell you think he got noticed? So I mean, fuck it. You don't want to do it. Fine. I respect what he's doing, but I wouldn't disrespect the flag. You're contradicting yourself.
And he's not.
Exactly. It's police brutality. All right. The flag represents America. This is where police brutality is going down. But you know what it is. That's them that kind of want to support, but then they want to save face too because they don't want to cut their ties off.
How do you expect him to do that any other time during the game? He takes a knee on the sideline during the game. You think he's just tired. He takes a knee during the on the field. You think he's taking the knee to run the clock out. I mean, come on, like.
Do that. All these people are making up excuses and shit. But we're running out of time. We don't run out of time. I'm Brother Peace, Sister A, Conscious with a capital C, Young Black Superman. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you guys on Thursday. Peace.
Just trying to survive in the world. About to have a little boy, baby girl. Who knows? Anyway, just when you start getting that little age and experience, so you start thinking about stuff, try to make the right moves. Bust it out, that's what I was thinking. Second, yo, the education of the line ticket Lonnie land began with time. Being my bloodline is one with the divine in time, brother. You will discover the light. Some say that God is black and the devil's white. Well, the devil is wrong and God is what's right. I fight with myself in the ring of doubt and fear. The brain ain't gone, but I can still see clear. As a child, giving religion with no answer to why. Just hope, believe in Jesus, cause for me he did die. Curiosity killed the catechism, understanding and wisdom became the rhythm that I played to and became a slave to master self. A rich man is one with knowledge, happiness, and his health. My mind had dealt with the books of Zen, say all the lessons. Quran and the Bible, to me they all vital and got truth within them. Gotta read them boys, you just can't skim them. Different branches of belief, but one root that stem them. But people love the venom, try to trim them. And use religion as an emblem when it's to be a natural way of life. Who am I or they to say to whom you praying, right? That's who got you doing right and got you this far. Whether you say in Jesus' name or Alhamdulillah, long as you know it's a being that's supreme to you, you let that show towards others and the things you do. Cause when the trumpet's blowing, 24 elders surround the throne. Only 144,000 gon' get home. Only 144,000 gon' get home. Only 144,000 gon' get it, baby.
Let me voice my concern. So many of my fellow brothers have given themselves titles that their actions didn't earn. Our ignorance is in the same breath our innocence. Subconsciously seeking to find an impressionable mind to convince. I finally come to the realization why black people are in the worst place. It's hard to correct yourself when you don't know who you are in the first place. So I try to find a clue in you, but evidently white folk know more black history than we do. Why we being lied to? I ain't know our history was purposely hidden. Something in me want to know who I am. So I began my search. My journey started in church. Gave my heartache relief when I started to understand belief. Hustling was like a gift. Spent my share time in the streets. Taught me survival from this evil I'm just gonna have to deal with. And I felt like a fool when I tried to learn in school. It almost seemed like rehearsal when the only science of math is universal. Taking L's advice, read the Bible, the Quran, search scrolls from the Hebrew Israelite. Hold on, this ain't right. Jesus one white. Some of these are granted with insight. And it's all in plan, but it took me some time to understand. You still created with imperfection, man. So we're fine when I disagree. By no means have I forgotten or forgiven what's been done to me, but I do know the devil ain't no white man. The devil is spiritual mind. It's colorblind. It's even white folk and even niggas you don't surely find. There's no positivity without negativity. On one side, you won't have to choose, and these have to speak out, refuse, and misuse. So how can you call yourself God when you let the world exist? possession, become an obsession. And the way you write your rhymes, you can't follow your lesson. In the seed song, you make sure it's known, you make sure it's grown. If you go out and save your own, don't mentally enslave your own. If you go out and save your own, don't mentally enslave your own. If you go out and save your own, don't mentally enslave your own. I've taken an hour. I have tried sunshine.
RealHipHopHeads.com.
Smoking high, pouring wood. Keep that lean up in my core. All my car got leather and wood. In my hood, we call it book. Everybody wanna bow. I let browse at the mall. If he up, watch him fall. I can fuck with y'all.
Pussy ass hoe niggas.
I can fuck with y'all.
Bitches all up in my business.
I can fuck with y'all.
Industry of counterfeits.
I can fuck with y'all.
Taking off when you landing. Bitch niggas gonna throw tantrums and I'm dancing on them stars. The galaxy ain't got room for y'all. Ain't nothing gonna happen soon for y'all. While I'm here and every day I hear your bullshit. Self-pity. Reason why you never dealt with me. Reason why your girl dealt with me. Hands up in the building, we get busy and say R.I.P. Aaliyah. R.I.P. Yep. R.I.P. Aaliyah. R.I.P. Yep. That's exactly what this sound like. A to the A to the L-I-Y. A-H. Give it up 2 times. They give it right back. Don't blow my high.
Smoking, I pouring up. Keep that lean up in my core. All my car got leather and wood. In my hood, we call it book. Everybody wanna bow. I let browse at the mall. If he up, watch him fall. I can fuck with y'all.
Pussy ass hoe niggas.
I can fuck with y'all.
Bitches all up in my business.
I can fuck with y'all.
Industry of counterfeits.
I can fuck with y'all.
Look at my life to look at yours. Get some ambition while you bored. Time will never wait on no man. Society will never hold your hand. Niggas like to gossip like bitches. Got me thinking you don't like bitches. Wonder what's behind them ravens. Eyes of a coward, I understand. Niggas like to gossip like bitches. Sip down Perrier when we finish, we say R.I.P. Aaliyah. R.I.P. Yep. R.I.P. Aaliyah. R.I.P. Yep. That's exactly what this sound like. But never will I ever forget left eye. Roll up, put a ribbon in the sky and a button on your lips. Don't blow my high.
Smoking, I pouring up. Keep that lean up in my core. All my car got leather and wood. In my hood, we call it book. Everybody wanna bow. I let browse at the mall. If he up, watch him fall. I can fuck with y'all.
Pussy ass hoe niggas.
I can fuck with y'all.
Bitches all up in my business.
I can fuck with y'all.
Industry of counterfeits.
I can fuck with y'all.
Now everybody sing this shit.
I'm sending him a 4-page letter, and I enclose it with a kiss. And then I write him me better. Get it on time.
Look at my life to look at yours. Get some ambition while you bored. R.I.P. R.I.P. Aaliyah. R.I.P. R.I.P.
For the people, by the people. 360 degrees of knowledge and hip hop.
The knowledge itself, there's nothing I can't solve. In 360 degrees, I will fall.
Real Hip Hop Heads Conscious Radio.